We're being asked to solve for triangle ABC. If it's asking you to solve for the entire triangle, that means it wants all three angles and it wants all three sides. So you need 6 answers in total. So to help you, I would say angle A, angle B, angle C, side A, side B, side C. I'm given my side B, that it's 15. I'm given angle A, which is 28 degrees, and I'm given angle C, which is 90 degrees. I have 3 other answers that I need to find. The first one that I want to do is angle B. I know that an entire triangle is supposed to add up to 180 degrees. So if I have all 180 degrees, I know that the 28 degrees are already used, and I know that the 90 degrees are already used. 180 minus 28 minus 90 tells me that I have 62 degrees left for the angle that I didn't know. So angle B right here is going to be 62 degrees. So now I need to find my 2 side lengths. Now that I have 2 angles, I can use whichever one that I want. Notice that they are not the 45, 30, 60 that we are used to using, so we're actually going to have to use a calculator now. So I need SOHCAHTOA, and I need to pick one angle to work from. I'm going to work from angle 28 degrees, angle A. So if I work from that angle, that meant over here is going to be my opposite, which meant this over here is going to be my adjacent. And because it's always directly across from the 90-degree angle, this guy right here is my hypotenuse. I'm going to work from angle A every single time. I just chose it. Doesn't matter. You could have done angle B instead. So I have my adjacent. I need my opposite. So opposite and adjacent is tangent. So we're going to go ahead and use tangent first. So tangent of an angle is supposed to be my opposite all over my adjacent. I'm using angle 28. So tangent of 28 degrees is my opposite. I don't know it. It's A. I need to find it over my adjacent, which was B of 15. Leave tangent 28 degrees currently as it is. Just get A by itself first because you're going to have to use a calculator for this, and I don't need a rounding error. So I need to undo divided by 15. To undo divided by 15, I'm going to multiply both sides by 15 first. So I have 15 being multiplied to tangent of 28 degrees. 15 divided by 15 is 1, so that equals A. You need to get a calculator. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode and type in 15 times 28 degrees. If you do that, you will be getting 7.975641 for A. If you do not get this, your calculator is probably in radians. You need to switch it to degree mode. And then we're going to round it. So A is about 7.98. So 7.98. Now we have A as 7.98. We have A, we have B, we just need to find C. I'm going to stay over on angle 28, so this still is opposite and this still is adjacent, so I don't have to relabel my triangle. I know either opposite and adjacent. Now I need hypotenuse, so I can pick whichever one that I want. So I'm going to stick with the one that's not a decimal. So I'm going to stick with adjacent and then use hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. So I have cosine of theta being my adjacent over my hypotenuse. The angle I'm using is the 28 degrees. My adjacent is 15. My hypotenuse is C. Now, would it have been wrong to use 7.98? No, but I would have had rounding error since I rounded. So to avoid any rounding error, I'm going to use the whole number that I have. So now that I have cosine of 28 degrees equaling 15 over C, C can't be in the denominator. So I need to multiply both sides by C. So I have C being cosine of 28 degrees is going to equal 15. I need C by itself. So I'm now actually going to divide both sides by cosine of 28 degrees. So cosine of 28 degrees divided by cosine of 28 degrees cancels each other out. So C equals 15 divided by cosine of 28 degrees. So you're going to need a calculator, and you're literally typing in 15 divided by cosine of 28 degrees. Make sure your calculator is not in radians mode. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. So C equals, if you type all of this into your calculator, you're going to get 16.988555076, which we are going to round to be about 16.99. So I just found length C is 16.99. So all 6 of these are my final answers. So I'm being asked to solve for triangle ABC, which means it gives me only a few measurements and asks me to find all of them. So I have side length B as being 10. I know angle C is 90 degrees, and I know angle A is 32 degrees. I need to find the remaining 3 values. Angle B, all of these 3 angles together should add up to 180 degrees. So if I have 180 degrees to use, I've already used the 32 degrees, and I've already used the 90 degrees. I'm going to find out that 180 minus 32 minus 90 is 58 degrees. This last angle right here has to be 58 degrees for all of these to add up to 180. So I found angle B. Now I just need to find side A and side C. If I'm working off the 32 degree angle they gave me, A is going to be my opposite. I know anything directly across from the 90 degree is always my hypotenuse, which means B must be my adjacent. The value they originally gave me is my adjacent. So we're going to use SOHCAHTOA. I have adjacent, I need opposite. So opposite and adjacent exist in tangent. So we're going to use tangent of theta and use the opposite over adjacent fraction, the ratio. I know theta. Theta is the angle they gave me, which is 32 degrees. So tangent of 32 degrees is opposite, which I do not know. It is A, all over adjacent, which I do know to be 10. I need to undo dividing by 10. So we're going to multiply both sides by 10. So I have 10 times tangent of 32 degrees equaling 10 divided by 10 is 1, so equaling A. You're going to type 10 times the tangent of 32 degrees into your calculator, making sure your calculator is in degree mode, not radian mode. So if you type this in, you're going to get 6.2486935,191, which we are going to round to be about 6.25. So I just found length A is about 6.25. Now I need to use what they gave me to find length C. I have the adjacent, I need the hypotenuse. So come back over here to do SOHCAHTOA again. So adjacent and hypotenuse would have been cosine. So we're going to use cosine of theta, and that's supposed to be adjacent all over hypotenuse. I'm using the 32 degrees that they gave me. So cosine of 32 degrees is my adjacent, which is 10, all over my hypotenuse that I do not know, which is C. C is in the denominator. It can't be in the denominator, so I need to multiply both sides by C to get it out of the denominator. So I have C being multiplied by cosine of 32 degrees equaling C divided by C is 1, so this is just 10. C needs to be by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by cosine of 32 degrees. Cosine 32 degrees divided by cosine of 32 degrees is 1. So I have C being 10 divided by cosine of 32 degrees. You're going to type this into your calculator, making sure your calculator is in degree mode, not radians mode. If you do that, you end up getting C to be 11.791784034, which we are going to round C to be about 11.79. So I just found length C to be about 11.79. So I just found all 6 of my answers that it asked me to find.